We have two more perfect cube formulas on page 18 before we move on to mixing everything together. So for letter E, I noticed 5 and 40 are not perfect cubes, so initially it might not seem like it's that, but we know in any factoring problem we're always looking for a GCF first. So I'm going to take out the 5. So that 5 is on the outside and not really involved in the problem anymore, but it will stay in the front. I noticed in this section I have now the sum of perfect cubes. The first thing cubed is x, and the second thing cubed is 2. So using that formula, which is, again you have in your reference sheet, we have a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. So that is the final factorization. In the next one, same thing. We have a GCF first, and we always want to get that out. So my GCF for 16 and 54, you might search for a bigger number, but it is just 2. So that leaves me with 8x cubed minus 27. Those are both perfect cubes. This time we have difference. Our a value is 2x, and our b value is 3. So 2 stays in the front, a minus b, and then a squared, 4x squared, ab, 6x, and then b squared is 9. So working now towards kind of combining all these different factoring methods that we have 9 problems to work on. If we were in class, the class would be working on these, and then I'd slowly be putting up answers or going over things as we needed to. So all problems, GCF first, right, whenever possible. So looking at letter A, I do have a GCF of 4, which is nice because now I don't need AC grouping. So that 4 stays on the outside. I can go straight to just 2 parentheses with an x in the front. Numbers that add up to 3 and multiply to negative 10 would be positive 5 and negative 2. Looking at the next one, we have GCF of 6. And then we have the difference of perfect squares, so plus 2, minus 2 for that one. Looking at the next one, we also have a GCF. The GCF is not going to completely get rid of the new 3 AC grouping, but it will make my coefficients smaller and easier to work with, and also helps me factor correctly. So I take out a 5, 2x squared plus 11x minus 21. I go into my AC grouping. I'm going to use the brackets just because we know it can get a little complicated to look at. So I bring my 2 numbers up. My multiplier number is negative 42. Not necessarily the most obvious factors of negative 42. I usually think of 6 and 7 are the main ones I would go with, but 14 and 3 does work here. So we're going to do our 2x squared and our minus 21. We're going to split the middle into 14x and negative 3x. And then we'll go on to our grouping. So I have 2x times x plus 7, negative 3 times x plus 7. And then we're going to take out the x plus 7, leaving me with a 2x minus 3. Looking at our next one, we have 2 terms. We do have a GCF, so I can take out the 7, leaving me with x cubed plus 8y cubed. So this, we would apply our new formula that we learned in this lesson, right? That is the sum of perfect cubes. Our a value is an x and our b value is a 2y. 7 stays on the outside. And my formula says a plus b for the sum of perfect cubes, and then a squared minus ab, so we're going to write 2xy, and then b squared would be 4y squared. I spread over into where I need to be in terms of room a little bit, so I'm just going to bring this letter E to the side a little bit. So here we're starting off with 4 terms, so we're going to go right into grouping. We have no GCF. So my first 2 have an x squared, giving me 3x plus 1. Take out a negative 9 on the second set, and that gives me another 3x plus 1. So then I get 3x plus 1 times x squared minus 9. We know to check for, right, see if that second factor has anything else we can do, and it does, because x squared minus 9 is the difference of perfect squares. So I get x plus 3, x minus 3. Sixth question, we see we do have a GCF. So our GCF is 3x. We have to be careful, remember not to get rid of that term, we will have a minus 1 there. So this leaves me with 25x to the 4th minus 1. 3x stays in the front. We have 5x squared plus 1 and 5x squared minus 1 because this is the difference of perfect squares. Neither of these factor further because 5 is not a perfect square. Looking at the next one, we don't have a GCF. So we're going to go right to AC grouping because we have a trinomial with the right structure. So I get 36 for my multiplying number. Factors of 36 add up to negative 13 would be negative 9 and negative 4. So from there, I go to grouping, take out a 3x, take out a negative 2 to flip the signs in the way so that it matches. So we get 2x minus 3 times 3x minus 2. Next problem has 4 terms, and you'll notice on each of these problems, like one of the first things I'm looking at is how many terms I have, and that kind of tells me what type of factoring to check for. So with the 4 terms, we're going to group, take out an a for the first 2, take out a 2 for the second 2, and now I'm going to take out a plus 3b, and I have a plus 2 left. Lastly, we have a trinomial. It does have a GCF of x. So now we do not need AC grouping because we have a 1x squared, so I can go right to my 2 parentheses. And numbers that multiply to negative 63 and add up to positive 2 are positive 9 and negative 7. So this section is a really good representation of that first half of our unit and just all the different types of factoring we've done mixed together.